Yes, it's that time for me to review a movie. And I'm going to review Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. But guess what? This movie is awful. And I don't mean awful as in it's terrible, don't go see it, well, all that stuff. But I'm going to lay out exactly why it's awful. And it's not the cheesy one liners, and it's not the cutting, even though the editing is kind of bad in places. What makes this movie awful is it pushes an agenda, the leftist social justice warrior agenda. The government's bad. Oh, we gotta stop them with this nuclear. The MacGuffin is a thing that they try to go after. The MacGuffin in this movie is stupid. They go after it, and then it's the Chinese guy trying to stop it because, oh yeah, this is a Chinese produced movie. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Asian cinema. I love certain Chinese films. Jackie Chan is probably one of the greatest action stars to come out. And the fight scenes are amazing in this movie, nonetheless. And Donnie Yen is on top of his game. But when you sit there and you do these social justice warrior scenes, like there's a scene where there's Ruby Rose, who, by the way, piece of work that she is, goes to like shoot a lion. I'm like, oh yeah, she's hunting a lion. She's an outlaw. And she shoots the people who are trying to bow hunt a lion with probably a tranquilized arrow to take a picture with it. Oh my god. Pushing the agenda there. And another thing, this movie perpetuates the myth that women can be badass. Some women can be badass. Those are exceptions to the rule. My mom was, and that's the only one I've ever met, besides certain people I know in the military. Corbin, happy birthday, by the way. Anyway, and I write strong female lead characters in some of my comics, so there are chicks that can be badass. But I don't do it to fit an agenda, and that's what they did. They cram-holed it in, because there's no chick's going to be at. The most believable chick in this movie is the one that says she'll sleep with Vin Diesel's character, Xander Cage. I mean, come on. Just moment after moment of mindless dribble, and by the time she really shoots a gun, she can't even do it right. That's not to say women can't shoot guns or do a good job at it, but most women I know, she's the most believable woman in the movie. Let me leave it at that. Point being, the worst part comes in when Ice Cube comes in, starts blowing up the government. Whoa, 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 whoa. A Muslim blowing up the government? What kind of message is that sending to people? Yeah, Ice Cube's a Muslim. Check that out. And he shoots rocket launchers at people? I mean, come on. The government's evil, the government's bad. That's what this movie's pushing. And I would agree, sometimes the government's bad and they overstep their bounds, but that's why, there's three branches of government. This movie is saying the entire government's corrupt, and it's just a social justice warrior's wet dream, and that is why it bombed. Paramount, please don't do this. Please don't do this.